Alright, so I cut that one. I told you I'm not like getting into conspiracies and none of that. For me, sometimes it's meant to know some of that stuff, but it's like low vibrational shit to me, and that's what kind of made me like go the route I went. I didn't want to get into no conspiracies or nothing. I'm going to do it eventually. It's just like I don't feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about the chakras. Even though it's already a lot of people talking about the chakras, you know what I'm saying? Just like another topic that I shouldn't really have to speak on. Y'all should already know what these chakras are. I should already know what chakras are and what they're for. You know, they got some people saying chakras not real and all this. So, okay, but chakras is your emotional bodies, your bodies and the energy centers in your body and how they dictate your emotional state or your judgment sometimes. So we're gonna start at the first one. 7 that they say. I heard a video today with Red Pill and 19 Keys, and he said we're going to the 12 chakras. So some people don't know the extra chakras that's over top of the crown, and some people only go to the crown. Like I heard a video that was saying that Africans in Africa right now, some of them was being being born with 9 chakras, but now we gonna have the 12. So maybe that's the energies that y'all need to pay attention to. We're gonna start at the root. The root is the base. That's the first chakra. It's located at the base of the spine. It provides foundations of which we build our life representative, safety, security, basically protecting yourself, stability, and balance, attributes that would be scattered energies, anxiety, and fear. So that's and when you look at that, you could kind of look at like how the chakras are like the 7 circuits of the brain, because that sounds exactly like I was listening to Drew Pulcrum today and yesterday, and when she was describing the 7 circuits of the brain, that's exactly what that root chakra sound like. That first circuit of the brain. That first circuit of the brain is the reptilian brain. So all y'all say, "Oh, reptilian is reptilian." You got a reptilian brain. So yes, those energies, it sounds exactly alike. The sacral chakra is the next chakra, and it's located below the navel. So it's like your sexual organs or whatever, or around that area. It represents creativity, sexual energy, like I said. Imbalanced attributes will be lack of repressed creativity, sexual dysfunction with held intimacy, and emotional isolation. And that's kind of how I am now. I think I need, because it seems like I need to balance my sacral chakra. Like, they got things you could do to balance your chakras. Like little things. It's little simple shit you could do to balance your chakras. You could do it with the pyramids. You could do it with the stones. If you get crystals and stuff, you could do it with the stones. You could do it with all types of shit. It's not hard to balance that one chakra. If you see that it's like an overload, because they got things like you could look up what happens if your chakras under is low, like the energy is low or the energy is high, and then tell you what you could do with that energy. You know what I'm saying? Alright, the solar plex chakra is the third chakra. The chakra is located in the chest, and it represents self-esteem, pleasure, willpower, personal responsibility, and balance. Attributes would be low self-esteem, control issues, manipulate tendencies, and misuse of mind power. Misuse of not mind power, but misuse of power. Meaning, you basically you got the power in that chakra and you just misusing it. And all this might kind of sound like the circuits of the brain, because I think she said the third part of the brain, because the second part of the brain was I think it was the I gotta go back and listen. I remember what the second circuit was, but I kinda don't. The reptilian brain, and then it's the I don't want to say it's the hive mind, because I think the hive mind. Oh, okay, it is the hive mind. That's when you in a group and just want to operate like be in a religion or be around other people in a religion. You gotta be around other people. That's the second circuit. You want to be like in that group setting, and that's how you function. Because the third mind is the intellect. So the misuse of power, when you get that intellect, that kind of explains the third part of the brain. And she said the fourth part of the brain, only way to open up the fourth part of the brain, and I was already doing this back in the day, and she said the only way to open that shit, the only drug that's natural to open that shit was weed. But this weed now is a whole different ball game. So that weed y'all smoking now, and y'all think y'all opening up y'all fourth chakra, the heart chakra, y'all ain't opening up y'all heart chakra. I don't know what y'all doing with that new weed, but I heard Rod Hayes talking, and he's like, you can't mind control a weed smoker. Maybe you can with these new niggas, this new weed they smoking. Because this new weed is a whole nother ball game. It ain't like how weed used to be. And the weed that I used to smoke from back in the day, it ain't the same weed as the weed smokers from the 70s and 80s and shit like that. So, but it still wasn't as bad. It wasn't made by a lab or some shit, or without seeds. Because this weed now don't have seeds. Back in the day, you know what I'm saying, you smoking, you accidentally put a seed in your J, and that shit popped and it stink like fuck. You know what I'm saying? But now this weed don't have seeds. It's rare that you could find seeds in your weed of the new weed they smoke, and I can't smoke that shit. It's not, my body is not functioning on that type of shit. It don't comprehend with that shit. Like, it knows it's some new shit. It's different. My body be like, fuck no, nigga. I could puff that shit. I don't even have to puff it. Somebody could blow that shit around me, and I'd be like, nah, man, I gotta get away from you. You know what I'm saying? The fourth chakra is located in the center of the chest. It represents love, self-love, and governs our relationships. And balance attributes would be depressed, difficulties in relationships, and lack of self-discipline. So you'll have a lack of self-discipline, and if you get to that fourth chakra, I don't know if y'all could get there smoking this new weed, but they say weed do it. But if y'all smoking this new weed, it's a whole different ball game. So y'all getting there is a whole. It's like I don't know, because we don't know what's in this shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's in this new weed. They say it's weed, but it's. I'm gonna take you back to my weed smoking days. Like when I was smoking weed, it was just regular weed, had seeds, all that. But then I remember my cousin one time, my little cousin, giving me. See, see, what we called this, the weed, I guess it's supposed to have changed into that, but the weed that he gave me one day was dro. And they called it dro. I don't hear nobody say nothing about no dro no more, because this is damn near like, I guess they call it dro, hydro. They grow it in the, I guess it grow in water. I don't know how they grow this shit. I don't know how they do this shit now. But it was lime green. Lime green. This was in before the loud stuff y'all was smoking. It was lime green. And I wrote a look. It wasn't even a fucking J. It was a baby J. Like a baby J. It was like less than the size of my pinky. If y'all can see my pinky up here. Y'all can't see my pinky. But it was small. And I puffed that shit 2 times. And I told myself, after I smoked that shit, I don't want to get higher than this ever in my life on anything. I knew my limit then. I reached my limit when I smoked that. He grew that. He said he grew that. But that shit was fucking amazing. Like, I was so high that I didn't even want to feel that feeling I felt. I didn't want to feel that feeling at all. It just, I was like, I'm too high, dog. Like, and then I had to put the shit out. But you know, I went back and I'm like, look, I want to smoke it again, because shit, man, I was high. I was high for like 6 hours off of 2 puffs. 2 puffs, and I was high for 6 hours off that shit. So I had to redo my game plan that day. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit had me going. Like, I told myself I don't want to be as high as that no more. And I knew my limit. So when I smoked the loud, it was kind of the same. But the loud shit, it just didn't hit the same. This was before that. So it was like, alright, I know what dro is, but alright, you know, dro costs shit. The little bit he gave me was like $20. He gave that shit to me for free, cause I ain't nothing to smoke. And I was like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna smoke that shit. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a little bit. It wasn't even a gram. It wasn't even a gram, and that's what I'm telling you. Like, it wasn't even a gram of weed. It was like less than a gram of weed, and that shit had me going for the whole day. You know what I'm saying? So this new shit now, they spending all this, like, everybody be spending all this money on this new shit, and this shit, you don't know where it's coming from. You don't know who making it. So, damn, I forgot I was talking about the chakras. Let me go to the next one. The throat chakra is the 5th chakra. The throat chakra is located in the center of the neck. It represents the ability to speak, communicate clearly and effectively. Imbalance attributes would be shyness, then withdrawal, ignorance, and an increase in anxiety. And that's kind of where I'm kind of at in a way. It's not the shyness, because I'm shy. Like, when I meet new people, I don't really say nothing to them. I'm standoffish, but I will bring up a topic if they want to talk, because, you know what I'm saying, like, I see where they coming from when they say shyness, because I don't, like, I'm dealing with a mental illness, and I don't just show my hand in the first going and meeting you. If I just meet you, you ain't gonna know nothing about me. It's just gonna be I'm gonna speak to you and keep it cordial with you, but it's gonna be a little standoffish in a way, and that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That don't got nothing to really probably do with my throat chakra. It just, that's how I am. when I meet somebody. So we're gonna go to the third eye. That's the sixth chakra. The third eye is located in the center of the forehead. Most people should know what that is. Between the eyebrows, and it represents intuition, foresight, and is driven by openness, imagination, and balance. Attributes would be lack of direction and lack of clarity. So it's like you just seeing some shit. You seeing some shit, but you're not putting it together because you ain't thinking on it. Your third eye ain't open because you getting manipulated or you getting mind control. That's why I had that MK Ultra shit. Like, you will be getting mind control. Like, you won't even know you getting mind control. You would just be mind control, and you can't open up about certain things because your third eye blocked. And they say a lot. They say that it's they say a lot, like one of the most things that'll block your third eye is your pineal. And when I say third eye, I always think about the pineal gland. If y'all don't know about the pineal gland, search. If you don't know, look it up. The pineal gland get calcified, and when I think about the third eye, that's what I think about. Pineal gland and the fluoride and the toothpaste and all that crazy shit. But we don't use fluoride toothpaste around here. Try to find somewhere where you could get and milk do it too. Like, we was drinking that almond milk, but I heard recent stories about something up with that almond milk. I mean, cause I can't really give my oldest daughter regular milk because she lactose, and I think I'm lactose too, but I think I'm lactose from a lot of fucking cow's milk. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me lactose. I think just drinking that shit throughout the years, because I was a cereal eating ass nigga. At night, smoke my tree, and I'm eating cereal. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't ingested no cow's milk in me in a while. I mean, sometimes we might still buy that shit, but then, like, what is the good milk to buy? You know what I'm saying? We drink that lactose milk because that's what my daughter, like, we still buy that lactose milk because she can't drink regular milk. She can't eat cheese, but her ass be fucking eat cheeseburgers, and her ass be fucking eating macaroni and cheese and shit. And she ain't supposed to eat cheese though. You know what I'm saying? So we try to find a way around it. Like, she'll eat pizza. Like, you want to eat cheese pizza, but your motherfucking ass lactose. Like, get out of here, girl. What's wrong with you? Alright, the last chakra, the crown, is located on the top of the head. States of higher consciousness, divine connection. Something up here, I can't read these letters over here because they got something covering it. Fuck. But would be circumnasum, whatever that word is. Disregard with what is sacred, and they got it covered up. I can't see this shit. Let me turn it to the side. Okay. Alright, so it's located at the top of the head. A state of higher consciousness and divine connection and balance. Attributes would be psychonism. This, I guess that's the word. I'm pretty sure that's not the word, but Satanism, disregarding what is sacred, closed-mindedness, and disconnect from spirit. So basically, I guess that's the like the ending part is like you're not connected to your spirit. Like, the way I connect with my spirit, I say whatever happens, happens. And I kind of say, like, if I do some shit, or if I look at some shit, or if I decide to make a decision, it's spiritual, because whatever happens happens to me. So I'm never really closed-minded. I'm always open to shit. And I told you how I read books. When I open that book to a certain page, that's what my spirit's telling me I need to know. I'm saying, I take that serious. Like, I go about that. And I never brought this up, but like when I was going through my mental illness, I used to get these shivers. And you know how like you in a room and you get the chills and you shiver, or you might shake a little bit, you get the shiver. But when I do it, it's like it feels like something entered me or exited me, depending on what I said. It's like I can feel the energies coming in and coming out. And I don't really be trying to invite those spirits to me. Like, I don't want to, no. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Especially lower energies. I don't really want to invite them in me, because you never know who they are. But it's like I could just feel the chill, and I just shake a little bit, and I could feel it like enter and exit. Like, I could feel it. Like, what movie was that? Like, you seen The Sixth Man? I think that's the movie with Marlon Wayans. The Sixth Man, when Hakeem Hardison, Dwayne Wayne played the ghost, and he'd jump in and out his teammates, and they'd shiver a little bit, they'd shake a little bit, and they jumping in and out of him, and they'd feel him, they'd feel his energy. Like, I could feel the spirit energy doing that to me sometimes. And I ain't do it in a long time, because I told them niggas to leave me the fuck alone. Like, if it ain't nothing good, don't come get in my body and shit. Or, because you know they could give you cravings, and they give you certain thought patterns and shit like that. That's how I feel. Like, they could get in you, and their influence. Sometimes it's for the good. Like, sometimes they come in you and give you a craving. You go somewhere and you fucking find like $100 on the ground or some shit. So you never know. Like, it's just based on that. But they don't fuck with me like that no more. It's real, like, rare. Like, I get it once probably every week, and it used to be every fucking 5-10 seconds shit. At one point they'd be in and out, and that's when I was hearing all the voices. They'd be in and out, and that's another thing to link it back to the schizophrenia. And when I was telling you that the spirits are attracted to schizophrenic people, because they are the conduits of the energy, and they'd come in real quick, and then they had you thinking. Like, I had spirits around me thinking, I remember one spirit came, I don't even know if it was spirit, I don't even think this motherfucker was human, because they used to always say they wasn't native to here. So maybe somebody from another dimension or whatever. But this motherfucker was dropping so much signs to me, like in my thought pattern, in my head, or in my voices, where I was like, God damn, nigga, telling me we black holes, telling me all this science shit, telling me how far the sun is, how they arrive, and all this. Like, they was telling me all types of shit, and around that time, I think it was Halloween too, because it was, you know, they say the veil is thinner on Halloween. It was Halloween, and that was, my daughter was young. That was like the first time I took her trick or treating, and we went to a Halloween party for my youngin' friend house, and They was dropping signs to me about cats and shit. How cats are black holes. How cats could go through these portals and shit. Especially black cats. Because I told you I had this book that I had this book that I rented from the library, and it was breaking down black cat, black body, or black body, black cat, or some shit. And it was breaking down the dark energy and how the darkness of the object was more quantum and more basically for the quantum world or some shit like that. I was reading it. I was not really. I just got into the information when I got that book, so it was. I wasn't into the melanin or none of that, so I didn't understand what they were saying. But it was going in on the black body's black cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically what they were saying was a white lady who wrote it, I think. But she basically said the darker the body, or the darker the skin, the more quantum world of the body got access to. That's basically what they was kind of saying in that book. I still got my library card. I gotta renew that shit. But when I went back to the library and try to find books, the only book I could find on magic and all that shit was Magic by Dummies or Witchcraft by Dummies. I couldn't. They gutted that motherfucking library. It was that library had, and it's down the street. That library had a lot of shit inside of it. A lot of shit that I wasn't advanced for at the time, but I just wish they wouldn't have got rid of it. I'm gonna go back and check and see what they got. I keep saying this fucking flash. Where the fuck is that coming from? Is that lightning? But I'm gonna go back and check, because that book was saying some shit. I know I ain't gonna find that book. I'm gonna just see if I can find something else, because they gutted that book, made that library basically just for kids, because that library is set up just for kids playing video games, and the kids section is bigger than the adult section, and that's crazy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but the type of books they got in there, like, I don't mind the National Geographic books. The kids could look at those, but they had a lot of books there, and it was big. Like, the adult section when I first went was huge. Like, I wasn't all the way into the occult, but I was into it enough that they had enough books in there at that time. Because at that time I was into the mythology, so I was finding all the mythology books that I needed, all of the bloodlines of Zeus and all this, and I was finding all that shit. But now, last time I went, nah, man, they had shit in there that was worth reading. They dumbed it down. They got rid of a whole lot of books. They had 8 hours of fucking books on just mythology and grown people shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit like science. But it's gone now. The kids section is a whole section. Like, you go to the kids section, they got a whole section of books, and just like little fairy tale books, shit like that. But the adult section is so small, like, you be like, god damn, like, they don't got nothing in there. It's like something total, like they just got rid of all the fucking good books. And I had a library card just to go there. I signed up to get my library card just to go there, and I was going there on a regular basis. But then they remodeled that shit, and I'm gonna go there probably this weekend or next weekend, and I'm gonna see what they got in there, see if they got anything new in there now. And it was some shit. So I just went through the chakras real quick, and y'all already know y'all can find a greater detail on the chakras from other people. I just went on my channel about it because the chakras is important in a way. Like you could, that's how you base where you at in your life on certain energies that you input in your body. Like if you feeling a certain type of way, you like, damn, why am I like, for some strange reason I'm gonna bring this up, and I haven't told nobody this, but when I use the bathroom, like I shit like maybe 4 or 5 times a day on a regular. That's on a regular, because I drink a lot of water during the day. And when I started drinking a lot of water, it started making me go to the bathroom more. And shit, everybody know that's a cigarette smoker. They know that first cigarette gonna make you go to the bathroom, even if you didn't go before you smoked that cigarette. Even after that first cigarette or that second cigarette, you going to the bathroom. You going, and when I do that, I'm drinking water. So when you drink that water and you smoke that cigarette, and I ain't trying to promote nobody smoking cigarettes, but when you do that, you going smack to the bathroom. Everybody know that. You constipated, smoke a cigarette. No bullshit. It's coming out you in an instant. As soon as you smoke that cigarette, you constipated, you going to the bathroom. Hold up. But yeah, a lot of people know that. You like, I used to be a coffee drinker. Coffee used to make me go to the bathroom too, but I can't drink that shit. That shit was fucking up my teeth and shit, staining my teeth. Cause I used to drink coffee on a regular, so I had to just cut back down to like hot cocoa and shit like that when I used to work during the winter time. But I was a coffee drinker, and I'm not a coffee drinker for real. I don't like coffee. Like, I hate that shit. It's nasty. If it ain't sugared, milk down, I don't want that shit. And if they don't got enough shit to get rid of that harsh, bitter ass taste, I can't drink that shit. And I used to just drink it just because, like, I'm like, oh, I want to try coffee. And I used to drink it almost every day, and then I went to just a hot cocoa because I didn't want to be addicted to coffee. But that shit'll make you take, I don't mean to be graphic or whatever, but that'll make you take a shit and cigarettes. And I'm about to be funny, but and McGriddles from McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? You fuck around eating McGriddle from McDonald's, the joints with the syrup and the bread, like, your ass gonna take a shit. Or eat some chili cheese fries from 7-Eleven, your ass gonna take a shit. I try to avoid certain foods when I'm working, when I used to be working, because I don't want shit at work. And I live down the street from my job. I take my ass right back to my house and say why I'm leaving too. I leave work like, look, I gotta go take a shit. I ain't taking shit in this dirty ass bathroom. I'm going home. And they knew I'm right down the street. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 3 lights away. So I avoided, when I moved to my second job in College Park, I avoided fucking drinking that shit, just so I won't have to take a shit, because that shit'll make you take a shit. Coffee and smoking cigarettes and shit, because I wasn't really that much of a cigarette smoker when I worked there. I ain't really be coming until like my daughter was like almost 3, and I got stressed the fuck out from my baby mama, and both my baby mamas smoked cigarettes more than me, and I was just a weed smoker. But cigarettes, remember I said cigarettes, they said it boosts your high, so I was trying to boost my high. I just smoked 1 or 2 cigarettes a day. Now I'm smoking cigarettes on a regular basis because I don't smoke weed, and me smoking cigarettes kind of got me off the weed. But going from weed to cigarettes, that's not good. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather smoke the weed, but I can't take this shit. This shit is something else. It's something else. Y'all need to check the weed y'all smoke, man, y'all need to look into like the chemicals in that shit, cause there's something in that shit. It's not natural. Some of it might be, you know what I'm saying, but I think like 80% of that shit ain't nothing good in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see how some people be like, I just smoke like 3-4 J's. Like, nigga, 3-4 J's of this shit. It's not this shit. This shit that's smoking now is supposed to be higher than the weed that we was smoking. It's supposed to be something called loud. So that mean that's dro, or they said it's like dro because it don't have seeds. So if it don't got seeds, it's dro. So you smoking 3 or 4 J's of dro back to back. You know what I'm saying? You fucking your brain cells up because you don't know what's in that shit. So y'all be careful with that shit. Like, y'all really be careful smoking this loud shit, man. And this video 35 minutes already, so I might shut this one down. Damn, I can't remember what I was talking about in the beginning. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this one because I can't remember. But I was giving y'all some game a little bit. Until the next video. I think I'm gonna go on my comic books more, and I'm gonna go on. I was talking about the chakras. That's what I started this video off about. So the next video, I might talk about spiritual abilities, maybe like telekinesis, my experiences with telekinesis, my experience with telepathy, my experience. I ain't got no experience with no pyrokinesis or none of that shit. Whatever, pyrotechnic, whatever that shit's called, the P word. I ain't setting shit on fire. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that, but it's a thing though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't the last airbender or firebender or none of that shit. But I might talk about those type of things in the future. So right now, I wasn't gonna do videos for like another 2 weeks, but I'm gonna just knock them out. I might put them up, and I might not. I might just keep them for like a month, and then put them up later. Cause I mean, ain't nobody really watching the ones I'm putting up, so it ain't no point to just be going hard like that. Cause I've been going hard. So I'ma holler at y'all. I'm out.